Hi friends, MD Vegan. I make a fruit salad, yeah, and or dessert you can say, but this time it is more of a breakfast. And the difference, that's why I explain that now, to make that point, the difference is the nutrient content. In a dessert I want to have something after my meal, my main meal, something to, yeah, to enjoy, have a sweet thing or something spicy, I don't know, something that makes me feel a little bit better. It's not so much about the nutrients in a dessert, but in a breakfast, I want to have a complete full meal with all the nutrients in there. Sometimes that's not necessary because maybe I have a fruit like a passion fruit, or a papaya, or mango, or something like that, you know, the high fiber content. A lot of that fruit, and I don't need anything else. There could be one fruit, could be a complete breakfast. Some people live like that, yeah, but it's okay. Yeah, then you have to something later to balance it. But the fiber, the high fiber content of certain fruit, like mangoes, papayas, for example, they are outstanding. They make up for a whole meal, a breakfast especially. So today I make a breakfast with fruit, nuts and seeds all together with 3 layers, yeah, and to have the full nutrient content and to have one of these wonderful fruit that have these special qualities, like persimmon is one of these fruit. Here I have 3 persimmons here, and I show you they are so ripe now. You see this shiny transparent color here. This is the sign they are soft and juicy and sweet. They are at their best now. I always buy a bunch of persimmons when they are in the health food shop. They are not always there. They are now all over the globe, but in our health food shop here in Berlin, in Germany, not that often. Sometimes they have a nice batch. I take some home and they are not ripe. Yeah, put them on the shelves and wait. It can be a week, can even be 2 weeks. Yeah, and then they turn ripe, one after the other, and they can use them. Now it's time to use them. It's wonderful. They're so ripe. That's the best time to use them. You shouldn't use them before. There are 2 kinds of persimmons so far. Yeah, the one has a little bit tartness. There's an ingredient, a nutrient in there that is a little bit tart. And if you have these tart ones, you just peel them. Yeah, that's easy. But the one I have here is not tart. It's sweet. You can eat the peel. So that I have. So I did that before. I blended these persimmons, 3 of them, like before, in the high-speed blender. Here I put them in there. Very easy to open. It's so soft. You take off the head and put them in there. Very nice. So first the persimmon, the 3 ones. And last time, when I made this pudding, or sometime before, I made a persimmon pudding with pears. Because the pears, they have this wonderful flavor. Yeah, they are similar to the persimmon. I think persimmon and pear have so much in common. Yeah, but the difference, the big difference, is the texture. Persimmon have a huge amount of fiber. They are sweeter than pears. Pears are more, they have a slightly little bitter flavor too in the skin especially, and they can all be very soft, but they have this gentle, sweet flavor. It reminds me like almost no other fruit of the persimmon. So I have one pear last time into 3 persimmons, and now I have 2 pears, yeah, to make the pear flavor a little bit more predominant. Yeah. Because it has such a wonderful flavor with the pears together with the persimmons. I had that pudding and it was like a poem. Yeah. Delicious. So so pear and persimmon, slightly more persimmons here, but still a little bit more pear than last time. And I will add some dates here, just 5 dates, small dates, and a small lemon, peeled of course, put in there, to make it a little bit more tasty. Yeah, last time I had only persimmon. That is perfect. You blend the persimmon only with pear, and you have a wonderful dessert. Yeah, or breakfast. It's delicious, the pear and the persimmon. Now I add lemon and dates and ginger. Just the same flavor, just a little bit, you know, a little bit intensified. Yeah, you can with lemon and ginger and dates, you can intensify fruit flavors in an amazing way. Very simple. Just a little bit of ginger, dates and lemon, and you highlight, you make it a little bit more characteristic. It's not so much that you add a new flavor here, you just enhance the original flavors from the pear and the persimmon a little bit. And both of them can do with that nicely. Now, pears and persimmons have a gentle flavor. These flavors can be nicely enhanced with these kind of ingredients. Last time I had another pudding with persimmon with vanilla. So I have some persimmon recipes out there that are pretty nice. You can look it up. You just go to YouTube, punch in MD Vegan in the search line, MD Vegan persimmon, and you find a list of a dozen or so persimmon recipes that are all very nice in different variations. This is a new one. Make it right now. Blender dance. Now look at this, and you immediately see why persimmon is such a wonderful fruit. It's really one of the most outstanding fruits I ever saw. See this beautiful color, this wonderful orange, pinkish, rosy color. Oh, just the color is a joy for the pleasure for the eyes. And interesting, when you blend a persimmon like I had before, this one, the soft and ripe ones, yeah, you blend it. Just by blending a persimmon all by itself, it changes completely the texture. You wouldn't expect, you don't see it. That's because of the fiber, the special fiber. Every fruit has a different, every plant has a different kind of fiber. These fibers are very important for us, for our health. There are many, many functions. There are hundreds of thousands of fibers, different fibers, every plant. And they make, for example, they make a food keeping. Yeah? Eating fiber means you are satisfied afterwards. Not only the nutrients, the fiber too, very important. And there are so many stories about fibers, doesn't matter now. But the fiber, to make the texture so exciting, yeah? The special fiber of the persimmon is responsible, I believe, for this amazing texture. And I will put that now into a container. I show you what this looks like when I put it into the container. You see the texture. If I like this, if I pour it, you can see the texture, what it's like. You know, immediately you see it. It's very gentle and creamy, like a nice pudding. And I will now cleanse the blender and do the second layer. Come back in a moment. So I just cleanse the blender a little bit, just wash it with some water, dry it, ready to go. I now make my next layer. The first layer will be the persimmon pudding with a pear, enhanced with ginger, lemon and date. The second layer will be a flaxseed pudding. Very simple thing, just bananas and cashews blended with flaxseed and water. You see, I have 3 bananas here, ripe bananas. I have a handful of cashews to make it silken and creamy. Yeah, it's a wonderful base for a flaxseed pudding. And flaxseed is what I was I wanted to incorporate here in this breakfast, because flax seeds here, I have 2 tablespoons here, flax seeds, the yellow flax seeds. You can also take brown flax seeds. They're a little bit better than the brown ones, and the white ones, they are a little bit more expensive, but they are rare. You can take either way. You have brown flax seeds, no matter. The color is a little bit nicer in the yellow ones, but both are very wonderful with the nutrients. They have a lot of fiber too, and especially they have this omega-3 fatty acid, a fat that is rare in plants. Flaxseed have it, hemp seed have it, also chia seed have it, avocados, walnuts have it, and you need to have them all the time. We always need to have this omega-3 fatty acids every day, and if you have 1 tablespoon of flaxseed, for example, a day, you got it. And it makes such a difference, you will feel it. Since I've been doing that, a tablespoon of flax seeds broken down, not by as they are, they have to be broken down, otherwise you don't digest them completely. You have to break them down. Once it's such a difference, it feels so much better. The gums, for example, so many other things where the flax seeds, the omega-3 fatty acids play in for the nerves and so. It's wonderful to eat the flax seeds every day. You can eat chia seeds, flax seeds, hemp seeds, walnuts, whatever you like. But just to say, a tablespoon of flax seeds a day, and you don't need a supplement for omega-3. Yeah. You can look it up. If you have a question, you can ask me in the comments. I will give you science about that. It's very interesting, but not so important. Just simple rule, 1 or 2 tablespoons flax seeds a day, done. Omega-3 is in. So I put a little bit of water to make the blending easier. I might use a little bit later, a little bit more, to adjust the texture. It's all about texture. Blender dance. Flax seeds are firm seeds, other than haldaim, they're very soft, but the flax seeds are firm. That means you blend a little bit longer. And once you blend it, like here, they are broken down. Yeah, that's good, because you can then absorb the omega-3 fatty acids and the other things that are the wonderful things. There are many things in flax seeds that are very important for us. Yeah, cancer prevention, so many things, you know. Amazing. Flax seeds are so healthy. Really, it's a superfood. And it's very inexpensive as compared to chia seeds that are more expensive in our regions here. The flax seeds are very inexpensive and super healthy. Yeah, don't hesitate. So, and then now they begin to soak. After blending them the first time, they begin to soak. You know, they gel up a little bit. They release a gel that's also very nice. The gel, for example, in flax seeds or in chia seeds, both, it can carry out the heavy metals from the body. There's another wonderful health benefits of flax seeds. Carrying out the heavy metals of the body. Otherwise the body, many bodies tend to hold on, to grasp on the heavy metals. They store them in the inner organs, like in the kidneys or the liver, and that can be damaging, you know. Heavy metals are damaging for the body. We have to get rid of them. And the flax seeds are a wonderful way, the gel especially, the wonderful way to get rid of them. Another way is parsley, cilantro, greens, yeah, they do away with that very nicely. But flax seeds, another reason to have them every day. There are so many wonders, miracles in nature. So let me taste it now, because now I want to check the flavor quickly and then set them for a while, do the other part of the breakfast and come back and do a second blending. But first, check the flavor and then adjust. Tastes so nice. Flaxseed have their own flavor. Like flax seeds and chia seeds are high in protein too, very famously. Protein and also hemp seeds are high in protein, healthy protein. And this protein, I guess it's protein and lignans, they have a special flavor. And this flavor, you cannot combine that with lemon, a citrus fruit. So I will not put a lemon in here, because all of a sudden this would turn bitter. And without the lemon, there's no bitterness in here. It's a different, it's like a little bit, I don't know how to describe it. It's with the gentle cashew flavor and the banana, the sweetness of the banana. They have this wonderful metal-like, or I don't know, protein flavor. I don't know, you have to try it. It's so delicious, just as is, yeah. I'll put that now here, back, sit for a moment, do a second blending and make it even more delicious, because more creamy, more homogeneous, more tasty. So now I go back to my salad, to my breakfast. I have a glass here to serve it to myself, to anybody who wants, and that's how I would serve it. And I put now here in my pudding. You see the texture now, it'll change a little bit, you see? It's a pudding. Persimmons are really a miracle. They have this wonderful texture, I love, this wonderful color, and a very nice flavor, and a sweetness, better than honey. Honey has this bite of sweetness. It's from animals, you know, it's biting. I don't like it anymore. This is a honey sweetness that is much better. Persimmon sweetness, very nice for us, for humans to eat, to enjoy. So now I Stir a little bit. It's very nice and creamy. I taste it. I want to taste it. I didn't taste it before. Let me see. I'll taste it. Oh, wow. Exactly what I want. I want more of the pear flavor in the persimmon pudding. It's the back is the persimmon, the creaminess, the sweetness, the wonderful, delicious. And then the pear on top, a strong pear flavor now, pear tone. And it's enhanced with ginger. Ginger here makes it, you know, makes it warmer. It adds the pear flavor with warm. Yeah, you know these desserts with the pear and the warm pear chocolate sauce or sauce as well. It's so perfect. This is in here. Yeah. This warmness from the ginger with the pear. Ah, I put it now in a glass. And the first layer goes on the bottom. See, my first layer. Now a little bit more. Okay, the first layer. Isn't that beautiful by itself? It is a perfect breakfast by itself. Yeah, just the persimmon does it. And now I will have some more breakfast like this. And I can put that in the refrigerator and eat a little bit later if I want. I could eat the whole day of this. It's really, it's wonderful. It won't go to waste. Yeah, I always blend it one more time to make it more creamy, more smooth, more delicious. The second blending is easy because once the volume of the sweet small particles is gelled up a little bit, it's easier to get for the blades to get into that. Yeah, and that makes it gives it a very nice creaminess very quickly. Let me taste it. It looks very nice. I mean, you can see the difference immediately. I'll show you in a moment. Ah, so warm and gentle. You know, it's like a hug. It's like a hug by a sweet person. So I'll show you what it looks like. It's I love it already. It's a wonderful flavor. You got to try that. Just this thing, you know, blending bananas with cashews and flaxseed, a little water. You have this heavenly cream. Wow. Yeah, put it on top. It keeps on top. Put a good healthy portion. See? One of my best breakfasts here. I'm so happy to have this. Yeah. The persimmon pudding, the pear, the ginger heat, and the flaxseed pudding on top. The second layer and the third layer, you always need 3. That's my personal method. Don't worry. You don't need to do that. It's just for myself to have a systematic approach to making new recipes every day. It's like a rule, like a ladder. I climb along. It's easier to make decisions when you know what to do. You know, somebody said to me 3. I was the somebody. I know I have always the 3 to go. So 2 is not enough. I have to have 3. So 3 is here. I don't need to think about it, I just do it. It's easy, you don't need to think about it. Here, I have pomegranate, I seeded it. And how to seed a pomegranate, you can watch in another video. It can be easy, but you can also mess it up if you open it in the wrong way. You have red little dots, yeah, the drops from the juice all over. It's not so funny. You cause a lot of time to wash it out again. But you can save this time, and if you just open it in the correct way, it's very easy. You watch it in the video. You know, the pomegranate they have these seeds inside and a very firm shell outside, and you have to cut that shell open first. You take the lid off, you muck around a Caesar, you take it off, and then there's a peel. There's a peel, the white peel inside the pomegranate that makes the pomegranate divide the pomegranate into sectors, yeah? like an orange. Yeah? There is these white peels. It's bitter. You don't want to eat that. And these, you know, you see these sectors. You see on the outside of the pomegranate, and you cut along a knife along these lines. And then you can open it when you cut around 6 or 7 lines. You open it and then you can take out the white peel and the seeds fall out very easily. And that's how I do it in the video to show you. There's just to give an impression. Maybe you have seen it otherwise, elsewhere and here. That's what I have today for my breakfast. It's a little late in the day for a breakfast, but sometimes something keeps me doing other things before I eat. A lot of things to do. It depends, yeah. But in general, this is a wonderful breakfast. I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. If so, like my video and subscribe. And if you're on YouTube, have another recipe every single day. And find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.